Coach Corey Wayne, and this is my video coaching newsletter. And the topic of this newsletter is going to be being stuck in the past versus moving on. Well, I've actually got two emails I'm going to go through. The first one is a guy who's having a really hard time letting a girl go that he screwed up with. And the second one is a guy who was in a similar situation, but he's actually been listening to what I teach, applying it, and he's really done a good job of turning things around, which you'll see. But before we get into it, I've got a quote I'd like to share with you. And it says, when we stay stuck in the past in what was or what we have lost, we deny ourselves the gift of creating something magical with someone new. Self-love and self-respect means having the guts to let go of the past and embrace your future. When we stay stuck in the past, we are consciously choosing to deny ourselves a better future because deep down we feel we don't deserve one. It then becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy when we regret what was and no longer is, which causes nothing to change. When nothing changes, we continue to suffer because we consciously choose to believe by staying stuck in the past that we don't deserve to be happy. Moving on to a better tomorrow is a conscious decision. When is now a good time to decide? So let's get into the first guy's email. He says, "Hey coach, I met an amazing girl online and it was all nice and fun. We had made plans to meet, but at the end we never met. Says the last we spoke, she told me she doesn't want to meet anymore because it wouldn't make a difference and that we can't be more than friends." Now keep in mind, this guy hasn't even met this girl yet. He said, so in other words, what happened is you met a girl, you talked too much to the point where you literally talked her right out of liking you instead of making a date. Because at the end of the day, if she won't make a date with you, she's really not that into you anyways. He says, because I've read about getting someone back after a breakup, I thought it would be good to have no contact for some weeks. It's like, you actually have to be together first in order to get somebody back. In this was like a virtual woman that you met. You never actually met her in person. It's like, come on, man. He says, I was hoping she would miss me, and I was able to wait 8 weeks without contacting her. I've tried several times to reconnect with her, and have sent her emails or text messages to tell her that I would like to talk with her again. I even made a video for her to tell her this. Dude, seriously. He says she hasn't responded yet. Like you're thinking she's going to respond? You're acting like a stalker, dude. You've never even met this girl before. He says she hasn't responded yet to me, but for example, she also hasn't blocked me from Skype. Oh, that must mean that she likes you and you've got a shot. It's like, come on, dude. I mean, seriously. He says, I really tried to forget her, but there are so many things that made me think of her. We both love jazz music, and so going to a jazz festival reminds me of her. And I went to Paris, and I've spoken about going there together, so I had to think about her. Also, the day that we haven't spoke for 3 months was a day that I had to think about her a lot. It's like you're having this total fantasy in your mind, and you've never actually hung out with this girl. So you don't even know if you would have even liked hanging out with her. But obviously, it never got to the place where she actually wanted to meet you because you obviously kind of creeped her out. I mean, especially, like, you never met this girl. It's no wonder she doesn't want to talk to you. It's like, the way you act, you're the kind of dude that scares women. It's like, this is fucking creepy, dude. He says, friends tell me not to force her to move on because if she wanted, she would have already contacted me. Duh, your friends are telling you what's going on. You should listen to them. He says, that sounds very logical to me, but I still have the thought, but why didn't she block me? And then why doesn't she just tell me that she really doesn't want me to contact her again? Dude, she told you that. I mean, it's just amazing how the cognitive dissonance that you've got going on here, where you just completely ignore reality and you're just all wrapped up in your head over something that, like I said, it was somebody you met online. God. He says, a friend told me why I still have this with her when she is that cruel. I think, then yeah, why do I still want her? Probably I am so naive to think that deep inside she's a great girl and to only look at her positive points. But what's confusing for me is that another friend told me that I maybe have to do something really drastic. For example, going to her in Russia. I'm from Holland. So you guys don't even live in the same country. Holy shit, dude. You're never going to get a date acting this way, man. He says, I tried to make her remind her of the good things of us without as a real result as some kind of last try to tell her once again how I'd like to get in touch with her. And that if she doesn't want, she can just have to tell me, and then that she will never hear of me again. Look at her actions. What's she doing? She doesn't want anything to do with you. She told you that. And it's like you just still ignore that. Because deep down what's going on here is you don't feel you deserve to be happy. You don't feel you deserve to have somebody in your life. And so you stay hung up on this fantasy that never really went anywhere in the first place because it reinforces your belief that you don't deserve to have somebody great in your life. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy. So all you're doing is making yourself miserable and punishing yourself unnecessarily. You know, it's like falling in love with a celebrity and never meeting them, never getting to know them, or you were at a concert and they looked at you and then you think, oh, they must love me, I just need to get her attention. It's like, come on, dude, seriously. He says, I also don't want to wait forever on her. Good, then move on and open yourself up to meeting somebody that actually lives near you. Holy shit, dude. He says, what is your view on my situation? What's your opinion? I think it's a stupid fucking idea. That's what I think it is. I think it's one of the dumbest emails that I've ever read. And you make yourself look pathetic. You make yourself look like a pathetic human being. And he says, do you think it's a good thing to say something about the jazz festival? I think it's a good thing if you forget about this girl completely, because you have zero chance of ever having anything with this particular woman. It takes two to make a relationship work. And this girl stopped talking to you a long time ago, and now she's just completely ignoring you. And just because she hasn't blocked you on Skype yet, that doesn't mean you should keep trying. It's like, hello, McFly. It's like, when are you going to wake the fuck up, dude? Life is passing you by, and you're hung up on a fantasy. It's terrible, man. It's like you need to fucking grow a set of balls and man up and resolve to never, ever do something this fucking stupid again in your life. So let's go on to the second email of a guy who actually was dating somebody and broke up with her and had a hard time moving on. He says, hey, Cora, I just went on a holiday for the past 2 weeks and I had a brilliant time. I'm naturally pretty friendly and charming with people, but I really upped my game using your techniques. I can safely say it was the best holiday I've ever had. My buddies and I had great days and nights out, and I made great friends with the locals. But more importantly, I had fun, hung out, and hooked up with some beautiful women. Your advice is pure gold. I'm having the time of my life since I broke up with my ex. I walked away like you said and never looked back, and I got on with my life. The guy from the first email, you should definitely pay attention to what this guy's doing. He says, you got me through that breakup, and I still can't thank you enough. If there were more people like you, this world would be a lot better world. Well, once again, thanks, Corey, and I wish you all the best. Well, I think it's awesome, man. People like you are actually making the world a better place because you're learning this stuff that I'm teaching and I'm putting it out there, and you're putting it into practice, and you're getting results. So any of you that may be watching this and having a hard time letting go of somebody that you actually dated, or if you're like the first guy who wrote an email, you got hung up on a girl you met a long time ago, and you're still hoping somehow, some way that she's going to start responding to you when all the previous 1,000 times you've reached out to her hasn't worked. It's like, this is what you can create. But the thing is, when you stay stuck in the past and hung up on something that no longer is, all you're doing is communicating to yourself that you don't deserve to have anyone. And since you're not open to it because you're stuck on what you supposedly lost, you don't create any kind of space for anybody new to come into your life. So do what the second guy did, and you'll be much happier. You'll feel better about yourself, and eventually your life will change. It's not an overnight thing, but the point being is the quicker you apply this stuff, the quicker you're going to notice these changes in your life. So if you'd like to get my help personally, the quickest way to do that is to book a paid phone coaching session. You can do that by going to my website, click the products tab at the top of your screen, and just follow the instructions for booking a paid phone coaching session. And I will talk to you soon.